Good morning and welcome to our keynote, Rise with SAP for Utilities, the journey to intelligent enterprise. Now, we've all heard and seen information regarding Rise with SAP, and this session will enable us all to have a greater understanding of what's on offer. So let me hand you over to the very experienced hands of your presenters, Dr. Stefan Engelhardt, Global Vice President, Go-to-Market Strategy, SAP IB Utilities, and Khalid Mosili, Rise and SAP VP Solution Strategy and Go-to-Market Lead. Over to you, Khalid.
Thank you, Mark, and good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be with you today, talking you to the journey to your intelligent enterprise. So in the next 30 minutes, Stefan and myself will guide you in this. And to set the scene here, I would say we all surrounded by different reasons why we need to transform our business. And we have multiple changes coming either from economical side, from environment, or even from the new normal that we are all facing today due to the pandemic situation that we are living, plus being in a very competitive economical situation that we need to deal with. So there is different reasons, different drivers that enforce by some point of time that businesses to make a step and to take an action to transform the business in a direction. And we see the direction that all intelligent enterprise are heading to is you have to be ahead to the competition. You have to build your business in an intelligent way that you can offer your customers the best of your services, products, solutions. And we know this is your goal. And that's also our vision when we are putting our solution and services helping you to achieve this goal. And that's all around Rise. So Rise is the path that we defining it for our customers, helping them from whatever starting points you are in today. Either you are an existing customer for SCB running our ECC or S4HANA on-premise, or you are even a new customer for us. We see Rise as one path that will help you to go to your goal and be an intelligent enterprise. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you what's Rise all about. And if you look to this part of my presentation here, Rise, the overall big picture, we have what we call it the core Rise offering that brings to you all what you need to kickstart the journey towards cloud. So we offer you the S4HANA as the digital core, as your platform that you need to start building your operations on top. And then you have business technology platform for extensibility. You have business network for collaboration outside your organization, plus some technical tools that you can use it for the migration and all of this stuff. And all of that comes on top of a flexible choice of the infrastructure, either using SAP data centers or hyperscalers. On the right part of this, you see we are offering on top a different flavors from the industries that you are in. We are starting with 5 industries, and the good news that utilities was one of these industries that we are supporting and moving forward with Rise offering. And here, I would say Stefan will talk more around this, but combining this foundation part of Rise along with the industry packages together, we give you the right platforms, the right foundation for your organization to make the step forward being an intelligent enterprise. So it is a journey. And as I said, regardless the starting point that you are in today, you can kickstart this journey. I will try to focus more in my presentation of how this journey actually will evolve from a step to a step or from a phase to a phase for an existing customer. And I also refer during this journey of what alternatives, what options we offer in every step during the journey. Let's start the journey and let's go to the first step of the journey is to understand where you are today, how your current business processes are running. And here we offer the business process discovery, the digital discovery assessment as tools that you can use with SAP guidance throughout this part to identify the right path to you. And we give you a couple of options here, either to go for S4HANA public cloud option or S4HANA private edition. And both of them could be an options for you to kickstart the journey based on what you are wanting to achieve, what you want to head to, your industries, your your countries that you have operations in. So all of these are different options, and but we will help you to assess which direction, which path will help you. So we are going deep into a scope definition with you. We compare what you have today with the best practices from an industry perspective, from a sector perspective. We also assess the localization and legal requirements readiness for the countries that you operate in, and definitely integration requirement is always major part of this. So putting all of this together, we help you to make the decision. We give you some sort of a report like what you see here. We assess each and every step in your process, and we give you compared to a benchmark where you stand, where is the areas of improvement that you can do. This will be a pretty much a starting point for you to put a plan for you and to start executing this plan. So as part of your technical migration, if you are an existing customer running ECC or running S/4HANA on-premise and you want to migrate to the cloud, so we give you this readiness check, which is a set of activities that analyze your current position in terms of what custom codes you have, your compatibilities, explore the areas that needed to be moved directly to S4 or can be adjusted by replaced by a standard feature or function in S/4HANA Cloud. So all of these are part of the readiness check, and that we help you to achieve this using business process discovery report. And we believe the output from here will be good to help you during the discovery phase and helping you as well to put your plan of how you make the move and how you migrate from what you are today to the future position based on your goals from this project. So by doing this step, you will be ready to take the step to the next one where we have the custom code migration app. And this is also one of the tools that we included in RISE. And this is very important because it's in most of the cases, if you are an on-premise customer, regardless using ECC or S4, we have seen a trend that our customer have done some custom code development in the past, and they would be interested to migrate this to the new environment that they are going for. But what we are trying to do here, we are trying to help you to probably understand the value of this custom code. Do you really need to take this forward? How oftenly you use this custom code for which part of your business process and all of that. So this is pretty much good insights that each and every customer would like to know before they just move to the new one. So it's simply like when you are moving from an old house, a new house, and you really want to make sure that everything you are carrying with you to your new house, you really need to use it. And that's what Custom Code Migration app is going to help you to achieve. So having done these two steps, now you are at the right time to go to the S/4HANA as a digital core of this journey. And as I said, I will focus here around the private edition. However, some customer can take still the action moving to the public edition as well. So as a private edition, you have to understand what benefits that S/4HANA Private Cloud Edition can bring for you in terms of business benefits, line of businesses, industries that we are covering there, countries. So we have like 64 localized countries in 39 languages. From a strategic benefits perspective, you are moving to one platform. We safeguard all the period investment by helping you migrating mainly from CapEx model to an OpEx model, being still going to a cloud. From a technical benefits, definitely accessing S/4HANA extensibility framework, having what we call it side-by-side and in-app extensions. All of these are benefits, and definitely all of that on top of a scalable platform coming from the business technology. And last but not least, from operation handling, it's more resilience, and SAP takes care of majority of the cloud ops. We do it for you in terms of maintaining the products, upgrades, and all of this. So this is also one of the big advantages that SAP provide as part of this. Second, you have the business technology platform, pretty much bring a lot of business benefits from the pre-built packages. As a technology benefits, you can use this not only to leverage existing cloud apps or cloud services, but it can help you to modify them, to develop your own extension, and maybe to leverage also what has been developed by our partners. So we have access to more than 15,000 partners and 25 industries, and they have developed a lot of value-added apps and solution on top of B2B. And this can be definitely leveraged by the value of we are offering as part of RISE. So you have this piece. Next step is to look to the business network, and business network becomes very essential now part of the global economy, because you are not actually working in a business now alone, rather you are actually integrated with different stakeholders, either your suppliers, your vendors, your customers, and all of this has to, you have to integrate, you have to work with all of them. And that's what pretty much the business network can offer you. So we help you with Ariba network during the sourcing stage, plus SAP Asset Intelligence when you are producing, when you are operating within your day-to-day business. And at the end, you have SAP Logistics Network to deliver your products or services to your customers. So those actually three networks that comes under SAP Business Network. It's out of the box integrated with the digital core, with S4, and you can start immediately building your scenarios on this from day one itself. So putting all of these pieces together with your choice from an infrastructure part, where you can decide, I would like to go for SAP data center or specific hyperscaler. We help you with the scalability options based on how you grow with your business. And most importantly, that you always deal with SAP as a single point of contact. So we are not only managing your application part, but also we are responsible about the infrastructure part. So you have only one set of service level agreement covering the complete offering here from an application side to infrastructure side. So that's, I would call it, we have set the foundation for your intelligent enterprise with RISE, with SAP core offering. And now let's go deeply talking about utilities. So handing over to Stefan to take this part. Stefan, over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Khaled. Just switching over to my screen. So, can you see? Should work.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, let's dive deep now a little bit into the utility specifics of our RISE offering. First of all, good morning as well from my side. Happy to give you some information on what we put together for RISE for utilities in the context of the program. So I think after Khaled now explained us a little bit the outline of that, let's have a look in how utilities or how we can help utilities to manage the business transformation. It's obvious that our market is in the middle of a massive business transformation. The whole market model is changing from a classical fossil fuel based one directional business model, which is very meter centered still in many areas, to a complete new model where we talk about presuming customers that have a complete different interaction and contractual relationship with the utility than before. That requires, of course, a lot of rethinking, reimaging of current IT landscapes. It requires a rethinking of the current business processes. And that is exactly where RISE wants to offer help and support. It should help as well to access and open new business opportunities. And this market creates a lot of challenges, yes, but it creates as well a massive amount of opportunities to make new business, which is particularly in the deal-related markets pretty extensive and offers a lot of new chances to further growth. So how can RISE help here now? As Khaled pointed out, RISE brings together as a general framework everything that you need to transform your business in the way that fits your strategic purpose. So it's a combination of services, of products, and tools that we put together in a package in order to help you and support you to achieve your goals. It doesn't matter where you start, whether you're a current ECC customer using, for instance, our industry add-on in an on-premise ECC environment, whether you already have moved maybe parts of your architecture to S4, or whether you are a net new customer starting the journey here. So RISE addresses all of them with dedicated offerings. We bring here together the components of our existing portfolio, mainly as well the industry-specific portfolio as for HANA utilities, in combination with new cloud solutions that are complementing the picture. And you may have heard that a couple of times. We're talking about the Intelligent Suite and the cloud components, the industry cloud components complementing their processes. And that is what we bring together here with that offering in order to give you the best choice to meet your particular requirements. Now, when we look to utilities, there are two perspectives, two dimensions where we particularly support here. So one is the S/4HANA suite. We mentioned that already, that is connected as well to all the business network facilities that we are offering. That is part of the RISE offering too. And here we are addressing best practices, processes that can be highly standardized in most ways in order to create standardized processes and leverage optimizations of business processes and efficiency gains. So we are addressing here the complete value chain from asset management to the bill to cash part of utilities with our solutions. And when you look into the business processes, you see a couple of them mentioned here, where we particularly have a long experience in providing best practices to the market that you can directly use out of the box and use them in your business context. So that suite is complemented then by industry cloud solutions that provide another differentiating factor, looking more on next practices, on new business opportunities, on innovations that have to bring that they have to be included in the overall business process management, providing new features and functionality that complement actually the existing S/4HANA portfolio for utilities. So there are some examples in the area of intelligent asset management for the grid-focused companies. We have dedicated solutions to optimize the field service management with cloud-based solutions. We are investing as well massively in a review of our bill-to-cash management to simplify business processes around here and to make it, for instance, easy to combine commodity offerings that most of you do today already in a very standardized way with non-commodity offerings that may open new business opportunities, new dimensions of business, such as charging services for electric cars, as well distributed energy services that provide as well additional revenue opportunities. So here we have a dedicated set of solutions. So those are the little boxes you see on the bottom, cloud solutions that are part of our industry cloud that play hand in hand with the S/4HANA backend solutions that we either can consume as well in the cloud or on premise. And RISE offers both together with the goal to provide you a transformation path into the cloud. So helping you to move your existing landscape either to a private cloud environment or a public cloud environment, or a combination of both, depending on your strategic priorities. We also have reviewed and revised our commercial model. So one element of RISE is that we can bundle as well from a commercial perspective all the solutions that you need to do this transformation from your current status into the cloud under one umbrella. So we have developed a commercial model that allows us to offer you all the different solutions at a single price, all the different cloud solutions at a single price. So they are bundled together. But the setup of these bundles is very flexible and can be tailored to your specific needs. As an example, we have put together for the key transformation areas in utilities, starting packages, so to say, of solutions where we believe those are more or less mandatory for everybody who want to enter in a business transformation journey here. For instance, in the customer space, we have here the RISE offerings that are coming with the generic part that Khalid mentioned, combined with industry cloud solutions around, for instance, subscription billing, cloud for energy, self-service accelerator for utilities, and the intelligent suite components that provide them, for instance, the backend functionality and as well as and the front-end features to manage the customer engagement part. All of that can be tied together in one commercial offering, so that you can that you have a transparent view on what are the licensing and subscription costs for that particular bundle. That again are just proposals, starting points that can be changed and adjusted with additional cloud solutions based on your specific requirements. And in addition to that, we also working on supporting you with additional transformation services. For instance, when we have a look on this customer transformation area that I just have mentioned. So we worked on a model to segment the dedicated utilities in specific personas in order to provide for each of these personas a dedicated business transformation path proposal. So, and you see the structuring here. So it's just to give you an idea how we manage that. So it shows the size of the utility on the left side and the complexity of the product portfolio. So that is what we see happening in the market. So these are two key dimensions that drive as well the specific demand of a transformation journey. And then we structured, we selected 4 groups of those utilities. For instance, when you go to the group 2, this is a utility that is preparing, it's supporting B2C and B2B, preparing for multi-products strategy, want to scale advantages, is fairly big, and has a quite complex organization. And for that, for instance, we then developed dedicated transformation passes. So that is exactly for this example 2, where we have 2 potential endpoints. One is a hybrid architecture, where you move from a current landscape. In that case, it's an ECC-based landscape or a S/4HANA-based landscape. Then you move via different phases with deployments of dedicated solutions to an end state. Or if you want to go further and as well leverage the public cloud, we as well developed an alternative that we can propose here. So this is something we want to offer for all of these personas as a starting point of a discussion to give you guidance on how such a transformation journey could look like, with all the benefits and with all the advantages you can expect. So it's not only a technical discussion, it should be more a value-based discussion that shows you at the end what you can get out of that business transformation. So to summarize it a bit, so we are looking from a utility perspective from 2 angles on RISE with SAP. So we are supporting the value creation by 2 differentiating factors. One, with leveraging the best practices out of our S/4HANA suite, including the industry-specific add-on. And the second one is to increase efficiency and as well innovation speed by deploying dedicated industry cloud options. And combining that with the existing S/4HANA backend solution. So that is the focus that we have. So the combination of the overall RISE program in combination with the cloud solutions dedicated for utilities makes the complete offering at the end of the day. And based on that, we as well had a look on the value that we can offer here. And we did some research together with our colleagues from Business Transformation Service to get a feeling on what could customers realize that already went through that journey. And what you see here are business benefits that come out of those experiences to support, for instance, top line growth. So where did we see an increase in growing the business, for instance, increasing service contract renewals at dedicated customers. It supports the bottom line by increasing efficiency and standardization of processes by a lot of best practices as well. You see that some examples here. And in addition, you get as well the possibility to leverage advantages on the strategic side to increase, for instance, the customer base, because by better customer intimacy, knowing the customer better with dedicated cloud solutions supporting that. And you see here some examples of values that could be realized out of those projects. That, of course, is very depending on the individual situation of the customer. But when we support you and when you offer this journey to RISE, we always want to look on the outcome of it, on an outcome-based, let's say, transformation path that should help you as well to understand where are the biggest business benefits that you could gain out of that. Yeah, with that, I want to close, going over to questions if there are any. Thank you very much for your attendance.
Stefan, Khalid, thank you so much. We do have some questions coming in. Let me start with this one. Can custom code analyzer migration cover all types, such as modification, user exits, implicit enhancements, etc.?
Yes, I can take this question. Yes, the answer is yes, as long as this code is a ABAP-based code. So we are dealing with any type of code modifications, as you rightly mentioned here. So we deal with all of this.
Okay. What is the unique value in RISE with SAP to support customer migration to the cloud?
Yeah, I can start, and maybe Stefan, definitely you can add from utility side, but I can say, if you ask me personally about what is really the big great value that customer get from out of RISE. So RISE is not just a product offering, rather it brings an end-to-end products, services, tools, and guidances that we provide to our customers throughout the journey together in one offering. That's, from my point of view, is a great value that our customers, they will get. We understand that the conversion or the migration project is not like straightforward. Always you have to do a lot of works and you need a proper guidance. And that's why one of our key messages around RISE that we really provide customer guidance, and we try to simplify the entire engagement end to end. Stefan, if you would like to add to this.
Yeah, maybe just one point. I think the important part for me is that RISE is really, it's a generic offering, yes, that is very flexible and tailored as well to our industry. So it is really, as you said, we're leveraging, we're benefiting here from best practices from many other customers across our whole industry segmentation. And we are able as well to tailor the offering of RISE to the customer individual situation, starting with the business transformation journey that is, of course, very individual, but as well in the commercial side, where we provide a possibility to bundle together from a commercial perspective everything that is required under one umbrella.
Okay. I have another question here. If a customer wants to still be on their data center and transform to S/4HANA and digital innovation, how can RISE be offered? So can it be offered in the customer's data center?
Okay, let me put it this way. If definitely we are discussing about two offerings, as I mentioned, either we are talking about S/4HANA public cloud or the cloud but private edition. If we are talking about the private edition, then customer will have the choice to decide. If we have nearby like a local data center for SAP, definitely that would be an option. If not, then definitely there will be many options through hyperscalers that we offer it to our customer. You can name them with Microsoft, Azure, and so we support actually all of them now. That would be one option. If you are going to the S/4HANA public cloud options, then definitely while we make the right choice for the customer here, but we definitely try to promote more our local data center because of maybe more of services in terms of cloud operations and all of that we do it ourselves will be better in this side. So private edition, you will have the flexibility to select and choose between data center from SAP, hyperscalers that can serve, I think is the purpose of the question.
Okay. And are there specific transformation scenarios for utilities that are available? Stefan, is that you?
Yeah, I think the transformation scenarios that I've shown briefly, addressing the different transformation areas, as we call them, around asset management, customer, energy market. So those are predefined and are as a template, so we can use them as a starting point of a discussion. In addition to that, we are working on really specifying and providing more detailed transformation journeys based on these customer segmentations that I briefly have mentioned. That is at the moment a work in progress. We have already a good portion available. So for instance, for the customer space, we have a very dedicated methodology to start with that and to support a customer in the retail segment of utilities who want to move in the cloud. And we are working as well on extending that towards the other dimensions. So that is growing content, let's say like that. But we have a good starting point and we have the basic transformation areas already defined as a kickstart.
All right. And a final question that's just come in. Can you migrate R3 ISU to S4 and later on the ECC core?
Sure, you can do that. We have customers who are working on similar models. So it depends a bit on where you're starting from, but it's no problem to run, for instance, an S/4HANA based ISU, the industry add-on solution, in combination with the ECC. We have then two different systems, but that is not a problem. So there are dedicated standard-based APIs that support that. So that is definitely possible.
Great. Okay, and I understand there is some of our listeners are hearing a buzz in the background. We apologize of that technical sound issue, but there is an offer of how to change that. The session has also been recorded for all of those to understand that you can replay it, and I understand the buzzing sound is not then transferred. Well, I've learned a lot from this session. Thank you, Stefan and Khalid. You have answered many questions here and a lot for myself as well, which is quite useful, I have to say.